Is that what you need? You miss the videos where I just was losing my mind, yelling and screaming and barking and doing all kinds of stuff? You do know that I do it all day on the radio broadcast. You know that I broadcast a radio show to a private VIP crew. Do you know that? I find it still amazing that people send me emails. So how's T3 treating you? How's it working out over there? Do you even watch the videos? Apparently you don't, because it's hard to ignore the viewership of the videos have diminished. I guess you all were waiting for something really, really bad to happen, or something really, really, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just that you don't want the truth. You're upset that things maybe aren't going well for you. You don't want to listen to me talk about common sense. You don't want to listen to me talk about what's happening. You don't want me to make videos about real things. I don't know whether the case, but I'll tell you what's coming. There's a new bull video coming, and it's probably our best work ever. Our best work ever by Stereo Mike, putting together this new bull video. As you know, we started a movement because we wanted the bike racks to come down from the bull by Wall Street, and inadvertently we called it Free the Bull. And what I meant is, part of the video was the idea that we were going to free the bull market. Little did I know that I had such power. I mean, I know I have superpowers and I could see the Matrix and all kinds of stuff. But little did I know, all I had to do was go ask the bull to be freed. And I think the first video we did, the market's gone up every day since then. Now, let's talk about the market. Do you still think that it's smoke and mirrors? Do you still not think that we could possibly go up 40% this year? Do you still not think that the banking sector is improving? Were you worried about the stress test? Were you worried about Portugal or Greece? Were you worried about inflation, deflation, stagflation, hyperinflation? Put it this way. You can't give me anything right now that's going to derail this bull market, okay? Now, whether or not the market goes down tomorrow and you'll say, ooh, I told you so, the market would go down, there's no chance that the market will have more than 3 days down in a row. I'm going to say the whole year. Every outlandish call that I've made this year has come true. Every time I told you the market wouldn't go down, even though if we were going down in the morning, came true. And then my best call to date was last week on Tuesday when the market was going down. And if you were there at the broadcast, because what we do in the broadcast is actually trade. And my traders and my chartists and the guys that are in the room, we help people. And some people in the room were using the word top, and I banned them from the room. You're not even allowed the word, you can't even use the word sell or down. Don't come into my chat room and say the word down, don't say the word sell, and if you want to be banned for life, come in and use the word top. Now, I must admit that I don't even have any money in the market. And that's kind of the reason that we're going up every day. I want to be a trader. I want to be free. I don't want to have to worry about what goes on overnight. Every day there's plenty of opportunities to trade. Haven't traded rack space in probably 8 years, and suddenly today we're trading that. Made some money on that. Luckily, I got out of the shorts that we were in the morning because they all turned out to be monster trades. I mean, I was short LinkedIn and MCP and some US Steel, and they were all looking like they were going to reverse, and took losses on them. Had a really terrible day trading today, and never recovered. Then the market looked like it was trying to roll over again late in the day, and then JP Morgan news came out. So, terrible day. Awful, vile day. One of the worst days I've had in 15 years. Just collectively, monetarily, and just being wrong on every trade I touched. I just wasn't feeling it today. But the thing is, I was the only one. I was the only one. The crazy thing is that even though I was wrong on the trades that I did, I was still calling out winners. I was still seeing other things because I had to take a step away from the trading desk. After when you're that cold, you got to take a step back. And I was still calling out winners after winner. And even the losers, I Always told you to cut your losses short. But if you weren't piggybacking me, if you weren't doing exactly what I was doing, you probably had a good day. Especially if you were doing the trades that I wasn't doing. Do what I say, not what I do trades. You know the ones I'm talking about. Why do you think the market's going to go down? Give me some reasons. You know inflation's good for the market. It's going to carry everything higher. The Dow will rise with it. Hyperinflation will go even higher. I did lower my estimates on the Dow for the end of the year to 18,125 from 18,750. I lowered my estimates on the NASDAQ from 4120 to 4,080. I had to pull back. I did some number crunching. Now, whether or not we get to these extended, massive levels doesn't really matter. The idea is that the market is going higher. And whether we get to Dow 20,000 this year or next year or 2 years from now, eventually we will get there. Because the market right now is in a rebuilding stage, reconstruction, all the words I was talking about. Why would the market go down is the question. Why? Why would the market go down? Think about it. Give me some reasons. Come to the chat room and I will debate you on what you think you know and what I know. And we'll see who's right. So far I've been right about everything I've said for the last 6 months, if you've been paying attention. And I've been trying to make the video short and sweet, to the point. In the chat room, everything's short and sweet. If you want to know what goes on in the chat room, remember, all you have to do is send me an email. We've been keeping it VIP because I don't want to start charging for the website until we feel that we have a completely 100% polished product. And right now, the day goes as such. From 9:30 to about 11:30 or 12, it's all me. Giving you my ideas, what I like, why I like it. Sometimes I get some phone calls from some guys on the street. What they tell me what they like. I relay that information to you. We talk about news. We talk about why things are happening. And sometime between 11:30 and 12 o'clock, we have one of our chartists come on. We call him Walking Through the Charts. And he does his breakdown on what he likes and breaks it down on his charting styles. He is just unbelievable. Been giving us pick after pick of winners. And then later on in the day, we have someone who comes on and talks about VWAP, if that's your thing. He loves VWAP so much, we call him the VWAP porn guy. He's awesome. Then at 1 o'clock, I come rolling back on, do a small recap of what we had. What we're looking to do is have some guests on the program. As you know, I have some friends left on in the industry. We're gonna invite the Reform Broker, Josh Brown, Mr. Hirsch from the Stock Trading Almanac. We're going to have the Stock Twits. Hopefully we have Howard Linzon, possibly Phil Perlman on the show. Maybe some producers from CNBC want to make a pit stop onto the program. You know, giving their 2 cents. It's always fun to talk about what people think, people that I respect, people that I have come to know in the industry. That's what we're going to be doing on Wednesdays. We have a few new girls. Day Trading Dina has, let's say, she's moved on. She's moved on to more of the pageantry hostess career that she was looking for. Jenna has taken up she's working her foundation and works for Porsche, traveling the world. We also have Hot Cocoa, obviously. Hot Cocoa Fridays. Hot Cocoa is going to be an integral part of our party scene. When we go out and party, we take Hot Cocoa wherever we go. But we have 2 news girls coming in. And if you were in the chat room last week, I think you met them. We're going to have them going out, asking some questions, doing some hard-hitting reporting on the street, getting to see the pulse of the nation. So basically, it's a talk show. And then, of course, from 1 to about 2:30, we keep it going on. Generally, from 2 to 2:30, we kind of lighten the mood with some character-driven skit comedy, if you will, loosely based on the stock market, of course. Never want to stray too far from the course, because I know a lot of you guys come in and all you want to do is give me a pick, give me a pick, give me something now. For all you guys, I think since you've been coming into the room, I don't think I've given anybody a loser. Maybe intraday. But if you're looking for stocks to hang on to, I mean, who's not a genius in this market? We're all geniuses right now. It's pretty much buy a stock and wait for it to go up. It's a great scenario. The thing about this market right now is that, well, I hope I'm not boring you. 10-minute video, I haven't made one of these in a while. I think about this market, what I don't like is that no rules that I was taught make any sense anymore. One of the most important rules in trading is if a trade's going against you, you should take a loss. Not in this market. If you're long, there's no reason to take a loss. One of the most cardinal sins trading, let's say you're trading at 345 and the stock goes against you. No way should you be taking the stock home overnight just because it's against you and you're saying to yourself, let's see what happens. Normally, when you say let's see what happens, does it ever go well for you? Of course not. But in this market, you're rewarded. Not only do you get rewarded, not only do you have to not lose money, because one of the most agonizing things about being a trader is you take that loss and the next day the stock gaps up and goes higher and you're thinking, I didn't have to take that loss. Now, you don't have to. All rules have gone out the window. In a market that only goes one way, you never have any fear. The only fear there is not being involved. On the long side, of course. Please, for the love of God, don't short the market. Whatever you do. I mean, and today was one of those days where you couldn't short anything. I was explaining to the room the other day that one good thing about a bull market is that if you do have a few stocks that are going down, you really know those are weak stocks. If you're going down in this market, you've got a weak stock. There was no weakness in anything. Vivus had a little sell-off today, but nothing much. Came right back. Hey, LinkedIn was weak there for a second, wound up being up 4 points. You know that stock's going at 120. And the reason the market can't go down is that it has a goal. If a stock was at 120 and it's only at $95 right now, where do you think it's going? It's going back to 120, like LinkedIn. Doesn't make any sense. A guy came into the room, give me a pick, give me a pick. I was like, LinkedIn, right here at 90. That company's a piece of shit. It might be a piece of shit. I don't know. I don't know how much money they make or how they make money. Don't want to know. I look at a chart. I see a stock that refuses to go down. I see a stock that used to be at 120. I see a bull market. I see a stock that will probably be at 100 by the end of the week. That stock's a piece of shit. Fuck that company. Oh yeah? Closed up 4 points since you came into the room, fella. And chances are you wouldn't have bought it anyway, you little piker bitch. But that's besides the point. If you're going to come into the chat room, make sure you're prepared to trade. Make sure you're prepared to do something and make it count. Which brings me to my last point of the day. Whether or not you think prop trading is for you, it is. It is for you. This is the kind of market where you need to be a prop trader. That's right. Jump through those hurdles, kids. You think paying $200-300 a month is too much to be a prop trader? That's a fart in the wind in this market. You'll make that in 5 minutes. You need buying power. You need a good platform. You need an execution system. And you need me by your side. And you need camaraderie. That's what you need. So take a minute tonight. Think about what you're missing out on. And even if you think the market's going to crash, you want leverage then also. And you want to be part of the Hit the Bid family. So go out there, figure out what you want to do. And if you're going to come into my chat room, be prepared to make money. Because that's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm doing it for you. All right? Think about it, for real.